All right, so we are live on a lot of the platforms, waiting for Instagram, as usual, to catch up with us. There we go. We're going live. All right. Well, you've got me. You've got producer Ken. But unfortunately, we just heard from Captain Sandy's agent that she is not going to be able to make it tonight. We're sad, but things come up. We were just chatting about how we're surprised that this doesn't happen more often. I think that, Ken, this is probably just like the third time in 3 years. Like,
somewhere in there, yeah.
Yeah, that we didn't have somebody be able to make it at the last minute, but that's okay. We're going to turn this into a little bit of a question and answer segment. So, Ken, one question I did get the other day was around the platforms that we're using for podcasts. So we have Spotify for creators.
Yeah, it's Spotify, Apple, pretty much everywhere you want to listen is there. And that's distributed through an RSS platform. So we actually just are moving over to a new one that's going to give us video distribution everywhere as that rolls out.
Yeah. Oh.
Could do this, unmute and wave.
Hi.
Oh, and then we have a little echo though, so maybe I won't do that.
You can mute your thing.
It's on your speakers.
Oh, but if I mute my speakers, nobody can hear me.
No, your speaker.
Oh, wait, hold on.
There you go.
Oh, all right. That's awesome. All right.
Anyways, so we're just moving over to a new behind the scenes platform to be able to distribute more places and be able to have video more places too.
Yeah. And so I know that video is coming to Apple, which was one of the primary reasons that we also moved to Acast.
Yep.
But for behind this, like as far as like the editing, what do you use for editing?
Well, that's another one that just changed too. So we were using a program called Filmora for the last little bit, and then that shifted over to DaVinci Resolve, which is a much more robust platform, and on top of that, it's free, which is even better.
Yeah, we like free.
Free is good.
Free is good because we use StreamYard, which is not free.
Exactly.
It looks like Jesse Kettle just joined us. Hey, Jesse. Yeah. StreamYard, we did over the course of the past. So we've been doing this for 3 years. Actually, tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? 3 years?
I think tomorrow is 3 years. We didn't start with video. We started audio only.
Yep.
We started on all free platforms.
Yep.
The good days. And then, hey, Deborah. And then we switched to StreamYard, and then we had to upgrade to StreamYard when we started doing live when we wanted to integrate live, especially across all of the platforms. But then also when we did panels.
Yep.
Because it brought in more of that experience.
Yeah, and then as we expanded the video, we actually had to shift over to another. We shifted over to using a camera to get some of the wider angles and everything.
Yeah.
So for video programs we use for that are OBS and Elgato Studio, which use a little capture card and you feed the HDMI out from the camera right into there.
Yeah. And one of the other questions I got was, how do you start?
You just do it.
Well, I told somebody just to take a spaghetti string of an idea, and toss it out into the universe and see if it sticks.
Yep, and you can do it entirely free. Everybody's got one of these, which means you have an audio recording program.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a laptop, you have Audacity as an option, which is just a free program to start recording audio.
Yep.
And if you want video, you have a webcam on your laptop. That's what we're using right now.
Yep. I know. Come a long way. I've also transitioned to a Mac.
Yeah, you can't go. Mac is pretty much the best option if you're doing any type of high-end video editing at all. Even the MacBook Airs. It's no longer the bottom tier MacBook after last week with the Neo announcement,
Mm-hmm.
but now the MacBook Air is one of the most powerful computers you can get. It's very small, compact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a question here. Tell us more on how you got started and how you decided to work together. we got started because I said I wanted to start a podcast.
And I said, if you have the idea, I have the know-how to get it going.
Yeah. And that was it. And then at the time we visited Go Art, which we're here today, and they have a grant. So we didn't have our own equipment. Now we've purchased pretty much everything. We've purchased everything out on our own now. So while it's great to come into the studio, we actually have enjoyed more and more being out into the community. Things like going to the Lung Association fundraiser and just getting to tell people stories, I think, as we're out into the community. So grateful to Go Art and for the use of their studio, but also have advanced the equipment and some of the things that we have to be able to do it on our own. So that's been fun.
Yeah, and then kind of just not giving up on that too, because when you do keep going, you can always build up over time and gradually improve. It doesn't
Yeah.
need to be a huge show right out the gate.
That's true. And actually, you're better off not because you learn a lot.
What, 3 years on, we're still learning things.
Yeah, every day. And like I said, obviously, we do not have Captain Sandy with us. We're really sad. I was looking forward to that, but we do understand things came up. So we'll leave it on here for a couple more minutes to see if there's any other questions that anybody can think of. But it's been really kind of exciting to see the growth of the show and where we started, where we thought it was going to be one direction. It's definitely been different. And I think now it's more of a show about entrepreneurship, leadership, not just women in tech, beer, wine. But if there's topics that people want to see, drop them in the comments. We'll be glad to add to those. We're excited to go out. We're headed to Muskoka. Yeah, so Muskoka, Ontario. We'll be speaking with a couple of different people, but we're excited to get in the kitchen with Charmaine Broughton from CTV. Going to be fun. What advice do you have for someone looking to start a podcast? Make sure that the title is not already taken, and then just start recording.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah, because if you don't just do it, you're just going to keep talking about it, and then you're never going to have anybody on your podcast because you don't have a podcast. So there's that.
Yeah, and don't worry about fumbling over your words too much too.
Yep.
Don't be afraid to leave some of that in there too. Keeps it genuine.
It does. Genuine conversation and genuine storytelling. And I think more and more people want to hear what other people are going through, the stories that they've got, the background, all that other good stuff. So that people can learn from others and hear that there's a positive on the other side of whatever you're going through. That's what I got. Anything else, Producer Ken? There is also official Producer Ken merchandise if anybody would like to.
There doesn't need to be Producer Ken merchandise.
Not Producer Ken True story, fun story here. Last week at the Women in Tech Western New York event, there were several people who came over to me, not to see me, but to meet Producer Ken. They could have cared less that I was in the room. That's fine. I don't care. But it was just to meet Producer Ken.
I prefer hiding behind the camera. I don't know why I turned this on tonight. I could have just, I had to be able to unmute. I had to add to the stage.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Oh,
there you go.
There you go. All right. Well, we will go. Again, apologies for this. Like I said, I think in the 3 years that we've been podcasting, we've only ever had, and this is the third time that we've had a very last minute. They did say that they're going to reschedule with us immediately. So we will obviously reschedule. We're excited to have that conversation. And we'll hope that everything's okay. And we will also hope that everybody has a great Easter. And thanks, Producer Ken.
Yeah, this could be a time to talk about the launch of the one new platform too.
Oh, Acast? Or no, Patreon. Yes, we also launched on Patreon. If you want to know how you can support the show, and I personally have not done a great job at making sure that this is out there, but we have started to post the show out to Patreon. There's obviously free access, but there's also different club levels. Those different tiers, club level,
Cheers. Yeah.
tier. I don't know. Will get you access to some behind the scenes things that we are going to be producing. Really cheap. I think it's like $5. Have a cup of coffee with us. So we'll be doing some fun things like that. $10. We'll probably sit down and have a glass of wine and talk about different things.
More things like this, probably.
Yeah, probably more things like this. There's definitely a lot of questions that get asked over the course of a week about just being on a podcast and how to get started. So probably some more information. So if you're up for it, you can find us on Patreon. We'll post a link out as we kind of probably pushed a little bit of this live Q&As. We had some good questions come in. And then again, it's $5 to join our coffee club out there, 10 for some more behind the scenes Q&As. But we're really here to support any questions that you may have.
Yeah, and if nothing else, you can sign up for free and just get the podcast delivered right to your email inbox too.
That is true. That is nice. We push publish and it ends up right in your inbox. You don't have to go out and click on anything else. You can just launch it from there. So that's also very handy. And the show notes come with it, so you know what you're going to learn and what we're going to talk about. So we'll be really pushing that over the course of the next few weeks as well. That's on me. That's my accountability. But, all right. Well, again, apologies for the last minute shuffle with the guests. Sometimes you just don't have any control over this, but obviously we're glad to have connected for a few minutes. Again, watch for more to come from our Patreon kind of launch, I guess is a good word.
Yeah,
we'll use launch.
Call this a soft launch right
Call
here.
it a soft launch, and we'll go from there. But again, thanks you guys. Again, apologies, but we'll get Captain Sandy on, and we're just going to have to reconfirm the dates. So we appreciate your time, and have a good Easter.